Hello and welcome back to the Solopreneur Insights series, where I take you along for the ride behind the scenes of growing my 2 online businesses. In this series, I'm sharing with you the highs, the lows, the lessons, and everything in between. And today I'm going to walk you through a specific client example and conversation that I had the other week that I think is so important. And that is the conversation of, what would you say to a client if they weren't hitting their goals? Because this can be such a just rightfully emotionally topic for us as just business people when we are going through launches, we're promoting offers, and we're just not quite hitting our goals. Something is missing, we fall short of a goal, and we can create so many feelings and meanings around that. And it feels very sticky because we're so personally involved, rightfully so. So today I want to give you the exact advice that I gave that specific client that helped them to not only bounce back, but have a better launch than they ever had before the very next time when they went again. And actually what you should really just be considering and what you should be doing and just focusing on right now if you are going through this. So when this client came to me, they had just gone through a launch, hadn't quite hit the numbers they weren't wanting to hit, and they felt a little bit deflated, naturally so, that they hadn't hit their goal yet and they were really wanting higher numbers. And here is the exact advice I gave them that helped them to not only completely shift their perspective around this, bounce back, but then they went and launched this again a couple months later, and it was their biggest launch ever. So I'm going to give you that exact advice that I gave them right now. So what I said to this client was, it isn't actually a problem. So this client was very much coming to me with the perspective that I think we all have when we are in this position of it being a problem, it being something we need to solve, and it being something that went wrong. And I really explained to the client that it isn't actually a problem. Did anything actually go wrong? Is this actually something we need to fix or solve? Because most of the time when we haven't hit a certain goal around what we wanted to achieve as revenue in May, or for that launch of that new course, the numbers that we wanted to have, it isn't actually a problem. We just make it a problem. And the only issue there is the meaning which we're creating around it. Fundamentally, when we look at it and look at you not hitting your revenue goal in May, for example, is that actually a problem? Not really, because we have a whole new month coming. You can very easily hit that 5K goal in June, in July, in August. And is that actually going to matter then, whether you hit it in May or whether you hit it in June? Are you actually going to care in 5 years' time when you're looking back, whether you hit it in 1 month or the very next month? It really doesn't matter. And the same with launches, we make it such a big deal. We give so much meaning to it of, especially if it's a first launch, for example, of, if this launch doesn't go well, that means X, Y, and Z. And we create a lot of meaning around it, and we create a lot of stories around it of, that means this is not going to be a successful product. That means no one's interested. That means people don't like to buy from me. That means I'm bad at selling, whatever that is. And the only problem that you actually need to solve isn't the fact that you didn't sell as much as you wanted to, or you didn't hit that goal. The only problem you need to solve is the meaning you're creating around this. And that's what you need to unpick, and that's what you need to focus in on. Because the problem is, while we are going through this, feeling really sticky around the meaning we've created, so around, for example, I didn't hit my 5K goal in May, which means that I really suck at selling and I'm really bad at signing clients, and I'm just not able to hit my goal in terms of signing clients. If we're going to go forward into June, July, August, September with that belief, with that mindset now, we're going to really screw ourselves over in terms of us actually wanting to show up and sell in the first place, us actually having the right energy that's actually going to get us the clients in the first place. And that is the thing that we need to fix first, because until we fix that, we're not able to fully show up in the same way that we did for that first launch, for that second launch, that third month, that fourth month, whatever it is. We're not able to show up fully for that until we can sort through that stickiness around the meaning we're creating. So firstly, we want to dismantle that meaning, really just look at, what does it actually mean? It actually doesn't mean anything. The only thing that it means is that you just didn't hit your goal in that specific launch or that specific month. You can very well hit it again next month or the next launch. There's no one saying that because this happened this time around, it is going to be the same the next time around. It's just a story you're creating in your mind. And as soon as we're able to dismantle this and break this down and really look at this, then and only then can we actually start looking at the strategy, actually look at the tactics, the actions, and what actually led to that specific result, what led to us not getting as much conversion or as many signups as we wanted. And then we can actually shift the strategy. We can go into the second launch really confidently. We can go into the next month actually having a better plan to sell, approaching it 10% better than we did last time. And that is what is actually going to get us the sales, which we are looking for in the first place. And then again, zooming out 5 years time, you will not even notice that you didn't hit that goal in May when you completely smashed out the park in June and July. I hope this video has been helpful for you with giving you a perspective shift. Again, look at those stories, look at that meaning which you're creating, dismantle that, and then we can actually look at the strategy and just how we get 10% better for the next time. And that is honestly the big secret. That is the way that you achieve outstanding results in your business. That is the way you do skyrocket and completely smash it out of the park the next month. And that is what that client did. When I gave her that exact advice, she went and took that. We then were able to approach the second launch with a much better strategy, much more refined from seeing what worked the first time around. And she was able to approach it really confidently and without any stories and ickiness that she had the first time as well. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss the next video, and comment below what you found helpful or insightful from this one. And I will see you in the next video next Wednesday.